Hello my fellow followers of the Samurai players, the Rip here, and I'm going to show you a second game of Best of 5 series in the finals of TWCC 1v1 tournament between Agony Duck and Imperial Indigo. And this game was played in Sanru, Korea, and at the beginning I was expecting Duck to bring his usual cavalry heavy build, and I was expecting Indigo to bring some sort of a melee rush build. Because, well, as I told in a previous gamecast, I know Indigo as a rush player, and Sanru Korea is a perfect map for melee rush. On the other side, when you play against cavalry heavy builds, you will think twice about bringing a melee rush. At least you will get more spears than swords, I believe. Well, okay, let's take a look at army compositions. And yes, Duck brought, let's see, Shogun Guard Cavalry with 7 chevrons. Take a look at this, 27 attack, 12 defense. Man, this is scary. 3 level 7 Yariki, 4 level 7 Yariki, and 1 Sabre Cavalry with level 7. So, only 1 Shogun Guard Cavalry this time, and 1 Sabre Cav instead. He have 3 Shogitai, Spear Levy, and 2 Yarikachi with 2 chevrons each. Okay. His general, well, as usual, Bushido with some with gun enabled. This time, Indigo have stronger cavalry, 4 level 6 Yariki and 1 level 5 Shogun Guard Cavalry. And this is kind of bad for Duck, because he can counter his cavalry 1v1. He can catch all of them except for this Sabre Cavalry. Now, for other units, level 5 Shogitai, 25 attack, 8 melee defense. Level 5 Shogitai, okay. Imperial Infantry, White Bear Infantry, White Bears. So, 5 line units, 2 Shogitais, and 5 cavalry units. Actually, this, well, I know how this game goes, and this is almost the composition you want against Duck, but I would bring more spears, I believe, and maybe shooting cavalry. He still have a... Oh, he switched his general, right? Interesting. Clearly not Bushido gen, but I can't tell what he brought. Maybe he switched avatar, I don't know actually. So nothing particularly interesting happening right now, but if we look at the minimap, you can see that Duck does his usual stuff. He tries to encircle his opponent to start attack from different angles at the same time. So here he getting his Shogitais on a position. Here he have hidden forces, and let's take a look. It seems like first engagement will start here. Oh, this is bad. No? He sees it. With this terrain you never can tell if there is line of sight or not. Very difficult. Okay, and I'm not sure. I think this is... he starts his Yarikachi movement, and for some reason there is a line of sight. Yeah. So, he used quite expensive Yarikachi as a mid shield. And... oh, this Spear, it's okay. Let's take a look. This Sabre Cavalry, it's a volley. very bad. And here, look at this. He charges 2 against 3. And I'm not sure, but it felt like this was a trap by INDIGO. He made it look like he didn't notice this 2 hierarchy, and he moved his hierarchy this way and then charged backward. And at the same time, Duck starts his melee engagement, but as you can see, he's a bit slow. He gave move order, but I think this unit should have moved much faster. And from my voice you can probably tell how this will end. Now let's take a look at this. The problem, if you try to see what different with from usual Duck games, he doesn't have clear superiority on. Well, he have a clear superiority on this flank, but he didn't manage to get a momentum here. Here it goes. He went to fight 2 against 3 cavalry units. Then it's 3 against 3, but it's still not enough. Here 2 of his Yarikachi were trashed. His saber cavalry was trashed. And now he lost all his cavalry, and he charges his general so that his Shogitais get more time in melee. Oh, flanking charge. And you see how this one unit of Whitebeards were keeping 3 Shogitais busy. This isn't, well, let's say this is less than perfect. And already 40 kills on General Bodyguard of INDIGO. Well, this isn't looking good for INDIGO, for Duck. And yes, he will lose his general. And well, INDIGO have a line, he have his general shooting, and his Shogitai are actually much stronger. So, you see, I would say this was bad engagement. I mean, in situation where you have almost equal strength in cavalry. And, you know, before I talk anything else, I should apologize for INDIGO. I'm a bit biased here. I played in Duck style so much that I kinda look at this game from Duck's perspective. Which isn't good for a caster, so I apologize for being a bit biased here. So, let's see. What do you do when you have almost identical cavalry contingents? Duck have slightly stronger cavalry, so getting cavalry blobbed up and attacking from one angle might not work actually. So he tried to attack from different angles, and in hopes that his timing of melee charge, cavalry charge, will make INDIGO make mistakes. But instead, I believe Duck made a mistake. He screwed up his timings. His Shogitais started their charge too late. I believe Shogitais should have started running first, because if Shogitais hit one volley, it's okay for cavalry, because well, it's always hard to tell because I don't know. It's always Duck was attacker in this game. He clearly chose attacker role. I don't remember who was designated attacker. Still, INDIGO was defending, and Duck got a bit impatient, I believe, because he could have prepared better. He could have get his Shogitais closer, and his Yarukachi engagement was far from perfect. Far from perfect. Okay, let's see. This time Duck actually have more men than Indigo because of all melee contingent. But he at the same time lost 100 more men. Let's take a look at statistic. Indigo's Shogitais paid for themselves, clearly. Whitebeards and all of his line did, well, okay. They did okay. His Yaruki clearly did okay, considering they were against Duck's cavalry. Very expensive. Those are very expensive kills. Shogun Guard cavalry. So, yeah, all of Indigo forces did just okay. And despite having a very bad engagement, one of Yarukachi worked like midshield for another Yarukachi, and this Yarukachi butchered that black bear, I believe. Yeah, that's probably them. On the left flank of Indigo. Yaruki, well, cavalry did quite well, and this Sabro cavalry, despite eating one volley in the middle, they still trashed that white bear unit. Shogitais did just okay, but look at this, only 2 cavalry units on the top of the list. That's not what we usually see in Duck's final stats. And as we can see, not effective, not cost effective, so this 3 Yaruki, they were thrown out of the window, as well as this Yarukachi. Yeah, I think well, this game shows you that well, first of all, it's not that one-sided as it was looking in the first game, and second, it's really, as Duck told me, it's really high risk, high reward style of play. You screw your timings one time and you lose. And I'm not sure if Indigo won this one or Duck lost this one because of bad engagement. It's very hard to tell. Well, obviously Indigo's micro was quite good this time. He catched all cavalry unit. He managed his line well. He was... I mean, one line unit was keeping 3 Shogitais busy. That's something. Well, thank you for watching, and let's hop into the third game.